The Tokyo Olympics are over, a celebration of the best athletes in the world on one stage. Canadians made history on the podium, from the women's soccer team to Andre DeGrasse. There were a number of golden moments that Canadians celebrated. But what about those athletes who for years worked towards that podium moment and fell just shy of their goal?
I would have loved to have been able to break my Canadian record because I set that back in 2009 wearing the full body suit. But the fact that I got that close without the full bodysuit means that I'm swimming faster at 37 than I ever was in the past. Medals or not.
Brent Hayden won gold at the London Olympics in 2012, then retired after the Games. Several years later, he decided to come out of retirement to make a run for the podium in Tokyo, and was less than a second shy of making it to the finals.
Started processing it a little bit more. It's like 2 years ago, I wasn't even swimming. I got all the way to only just barely being out-touched to be in the Olympic final of the 50-meter freestyle, the fastest event at the Olympic Games, right? Faster than the 100-meter.
For years, athletes work towards that moment, that race, that event that can be over in less than a minute. Hayden says it can be hard for Olympic athletes after the Games to adjust to not reaching their goal.
I think the one time where I focused on the results instead of the performance was the Beijing Olympics, and I think that's why I didn't make it into the final, was because I was focused so much on the rankings that I wasn't focused on the things I needed to do to actually swim fast, right? I ended up taking 3 months off after the Beijing Games. I went traveling, and I came home, and I just didn't want to think about swimming at all, really.
Brent was able to get a new mindset and says he was able to enjoy the Tokyo Games and live in the moment, and was able to add it to his revised bucket list, but also to the physical list on his arm.
I got this list of tattoos added a couple years ago because I thought I was done. And, now I went to Tokyo, I had to continue. You can even see it here. Can't even get it. There we go. I had to continue the list.
The question now hovering over the 37-year-old, is he going back into retirement?
I'm so happy right now. I look back, I think it was a huge success, and now I'm getting ready to go to the ISL in Naples soon. I'm going to be there for 6 weeks with the Toronto Titans again, and going to have some fun racing. But I don't know what's going to happen after that.
For City News, I'm Lindsay Dunn.